I'm in a battle. I know the globalists are using covert warfare against humanity. It pisses me off. And it's not because I'm a hero. If I see someone choking, I give them the Heimlich maneuver. If I see my neighbor's house on fire, I go try to put it out. If you punch me in the nose, I attack you back. That's normal. I'm like my ancestors before me. And I'm here to try to get our basic instincts firing again because we've been basically put into a coma, artificially put into a trance. We're under attack. That's why I say that which doesn't kill you, to quote Nietzsche, that which doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Even though one of my eyes hardly points the right direction, both my hands have been broken more than 20 times apiece, even though I got scars all over my face, and even though I've had my leg broken, and even though I've been pile drived repeatedly into solid concrete, it was those primitive animating contests of liberty that made me into what I am today. It was the things that actually activated the human race consciousness in me, the survival consciousness. And I realize everything the system's done is to try to keep us from having those rites of passage. Freedom and the Second Amendment and free speech and culture is all I've got. I look at the criminals at the DNC and the establishment RNC people and look at how empty they are. And when they talk to each other, the politicos are just such empty, fake, scared husks. And I just want people to know that I'm not with those people, and I never will be. I am a passion-filled man. I'm alive. I want a future for humanity. And I'm not scared. And I'm ready to fight. And say what you want about a Donald Trump or a Vladimir Putin or an Alex Jones or a Matt Drudge or anybody else that opposes this. You look at us, you see people that are awake. You see people that are alive. You see people that have friendliness and goodwill. Not men that want to die, not men that want to be martyrs, but men and women who aren't going to stand by and watch a bunch of hateful scum have their way with humanity. And we must believe again. We must have faith again. We must be honorable again. We are a college, a compendium, a chronicle, a clearinghouse, a meeting place, a focal point of humans trying to understand the mega corporations' games, trying to understand and read their own white papers, trying to discover our own destiny while at the same time they're trying to cut us off from it. You will not find enlightenment. You will not find fulfillment. You will not find empowerment. You will not find strength in Hollywood, the mainstream media culture. Everything it sells you is pure, liquid death. But despite all the mainstream media demonizations, despite all the claims we're not for real, and notice they always say that because they know we're real. They know. They know. And they know you're real. And they know you're beautiful in your soul. These people say, oh my God, well, either like, oh, you're just a crazy person, or, oh my God, you're this hero. The world is trying to steal your birthright. It's trying to make men and women unhappy because they live in a little apartment and because they don't have all the money, or their neighbors look down on them, or the bill collectors, the taxes. The fact that you are with your children, the fact that you're loving them and turning that television off, the fact that you're taking them into the park to be in that grass, the fact that you're honorable and good and remember your ancestors takes you right to God's bosom. And just as children need to be at the bosom and the chest of their fathers and their mothers, You need to ask God to take you to his heart, to her heart, because God is all. Everything will be made clear. The enemy will be broken. This system that's only there to test us, you will know is already fallen. I want everybody to know something, though. Whether the government comes down on me, corrupt elements, assassination, whatever, I know my children are going to be taken care of. That's my deal with God. But I realize that time-space is really one system, and it's a continuum of that human experience in this third and fourth and fifth and sixth dimension. And I can just say that it is our common human experience. We are the people that came before us. And so that's why I'm so honored to be here now, fighting this, because I was born to do it. But the whole world was about directing me into some type of profession or something I was supposed to do. But men, first and foremost, are supposed to go out and labor. But in every culture that's somewhat free, when they're done, even if it's 7 at night, they go and get politically involved. They're involved in the councils of government. If you don't get involved, you hand the floor over to the enemy. And the people that want to run this planet are threatened by the power of the average person. They are threatened by the innate will of God expressed through our species. No wonder they want to merge with machines and do all this, because they are fundamentally scared of the vastness of the universe. They are fundamentally scared of that consciousness that is dialing into God's will. They want to pretend that they're gods, that they will organize and direct the human species, and then they made the decision that we're failed and fundamentally fallen. See, they're playing God. And that we must be exterminated before they sanctify us as we merge with silicon, so we can be perfectly programmed with zeros and ones. That is a vision of the devil himself. The devil is a cancer in the fabric of space and time. It doesn't create anything. It expropriates the grid, the system, and then creates mutations. Things that create harmony and beauty and timelessness and transcendence are of God. I have seen the visions of the enemy. I have been to the enemy's fortress, and I can tell you that on that planet of death is nothing that will empower us. If you tuned in, you've heard a lot of stuff, you heard a lot of different, they put out so many flavors of ideas, so many spectrums of information. People say, oh, that's just one more person. The truth is that Donald Trump knows I'm not just one more person. And it's not a power trip. It's just recognizing what it is. And the Russian government realizes I'm not just one more person. And the Vatican realizes I'm not just one more person. And the whole other system. And they realize you're not just one other person. I'm just somebody that's gotten to a point to resist it. I'm just one of many who understand this and who the spirit of liberty and God is coursing through. The point is that this is a spiritual battle. And almost everyone else tunes in to what's happening. We all have a sixth sense to a certain extent, some stronger than others. And I've not been scared to put my will out there and say, I'm not going to bend to evil. And that's all. It's really not even that special in many respects. It's just that to tell you this personal story, people need to understand how serious this is. That my whole life was an education, was an experience, was things more fantastical than the last. Look at what's happening now. And everything the system does is to tell you InfoWars is not fantastical, InfoWars is not important, because if you believe InfoWars is important, you believe you're important. Donald Trump knows what he's doing with true hope about empowering things and the economy and jobs and industry and lower taxes. That's real hope. And Donald Trump is actually a very, very humble person and a very, very in tune person, a very, very psychic person, just like Stanley Kubrick was. And the more you learn in this world, the more you realize that everything is about being intuitive. And what would you say to women out there that are buying into this corrupt system? Doesn't their intuition tell them they're being trapped? Doesn't intuition tell them they're the magic machine that makes the babies? That with a man and woman, you can create a whole new world? How magic we are together? How we're timelessly together, we're one? How holy that is? And the system is attacking that fundamentally. I feel so sorry for women, because women, despite all the evil in the culture, they have retained their innate strength in many ways. And men are so fallen because their fathers didn't test them. My mother's come to me. She remembers a few years ago, she apologized to me and hugged me like Thanksgiving. She said, "I'm sorry I was so rough on you. I'm sorry we didn't protect you." And I looked at my mother and I said, "No, thank you for everything you did." She said, "But we just didn't want you to be a wimp." I want you as listeners to understand this. I mean, you know, we never brag about what we do or what we're doing, except to tell you we're having an effect thanks to your support. But whether it's the Syrian resistance or the Japanese government or the Russian government or elements of our government, they all listen. We don't have wireheads in the matrix listening. We really do have the sincere, serious people watching. And that's why we need your prayers, we need your hope, and we need you to send the links to our articles, our videos, our podcasts, all the stuff at Infowars.com/show. Everything I do is about fighting the globalists. It funds us, it helps you get good food, and it gets things planted that are countering them.
Talk show host is Alex Jones. He's a conspiracy theorist.
Radio talk show host Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
Radio talk show host and conspiracy theorist Alex Jones.
Deeply, I think, racist.
I just got called racist by MSNBC.
I don't want that man to have a gun.
1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms.
The Alex Jones Show. Watch the free stream live at Infowars.com/show.
The knowledge of the ancients, tried and true, trusted herbs and extracts fused with the latest nutraceutical science. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. For the last 2 years, our team has been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to develop the ultimate nutraceutical formulation. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit ancientdefense.com or call 888-253-3139. That's ancientdefense.com.